Yeah, I was definitely a proponent of doing this to the track, making it wider, because the guys now are everyone's driving it so hard, and it's so hard to do a slide job without getting into somebody. So I just wanted to put it back in the driver's hands and give them at least the option to do a slide job or go somewhere other guys aren't. And I think they're still working on it. Today we might have a little better bottom to try working it in, see what it's like, but it definitely feels different than the old track when you're not limited by the berm of where you can go. Guys towards the end of the sessions were starting to really go as low as they can, but it wasn't prepped completely, so it was kicking a lot of dust or like silt across the track, which made it tricky and didn't give a real grasp on what it was going to be like. But again, today I think we'll have a little different track. They spent some time on it, so I think we'll find out today a little more how good and how racy it's going to be.
You know what? In all honesty, having that extra second groove out there, it could make it a lot better racing instead of side by side or follow the leader. I think it's going to bring some more action for everybody.
I actually really enjoyed the track the way it was, and we got used to that, so today will be a little bit of a curveball, but I like change. Some people don't. I know a lot of the veterans here didn't really like the change, but I'm optimistic to it. The way I look at it is we're all on the same racetrack, so we're all coming here this year on something none of us have been on, so whoever's going to have the advantage is who figures it out first. But no, I'm excited to get around this place, and my car owner came and watched practice last week while I was wrenching in the shop, and he literally texted me, and all he said was different ball game. So that definitely is a good thing to hear on my shoes, because we'll try to figure it out better than anybody else.
Well, they took my favorite thing away, which was hooking the left front on the berm. So it'll be interesting. I mean, depending upon what they want us to do as far as going to the bottom, going to the top. But I think for the sportsman, it's not going to be the real, with the gear roll and stuff. If you're down on the bottom, you're either going for the win or, you're getting lapped, I would think, for right now. But I'm excited. I always like running the bottom. If you can get away with it, it's a lot of fun. But here, you got to be wide open against the fence. And until somebody shows me otherwise, that's where I'm going to be, I think. So,
it was okay. I mean, the layout's definitely different. It was early season track conditions for sure. But for what you had to work with the weather and everything being wet and some new clay, it was good. It was good enough to come here and shake your car down and make sure everything is working, and that's what it did. So far today, just kind of walking around, it looks a little bit better. So I'm assuming we'll be able to learn a little bit more today and maybe get a couple laps on the bottom and see what that feels like.
I know they've been working really hard down here, and the way that it all got started this season wasn't obviously the best for race prep here anyway. But I think it's going to be cool when it's all said and done. I really think that it's going to make a lot more better racing here. At least that's kind of the hope. So we'll see. I think it's going to be interesting to see how it all falls. And, I definitely think you're going to see some guys, and I'm sure I'll be one of them, right down all four wheels below it at different times. Try to find some bite, and I think that's going to be the interesting part, is to see who can make that work and who can't.
Yeah, I was talking to the guys. I walk down there. It's a little mushy right now. I think when it gets hard packed, I think it's going to be good. My only concern is with the gear rule. We might have to give the cars a little bit of gear to help us come off the turn. So we might have to play around with that, or test today and see how it goes and let the guys, at Tech know what's going on. But, we're screaming the small blocks more than what they really want and should be turned. So it's a little concerning in that forefront. If we got to bring the R's up to get off the turn, I don't know if that's going to be the answer yet. But, I'm looking forward to trying something new. I'm looking forward to the track being different. And, I wouldn't say a level playing field, but we're all going to have to get our gremlins out and figure out this new place.
Well, I mean, having the berm there on the bottom, and you could utilize it a couple different ways. I mean, hooking the left front tire on it was kind of what everyone tried to do there. But without the berm there, it kind of opens that door up a little bit. I haven't raced a track this year with the new setup, so I'd kind of like to see how it pans out. But otherwise, I mean, I think it'd be normal racing here at the Valley. And traditionally, I think the high banks, the top groove is going to be the fast one.
With the new clay, I think it'll make for a better racetrack. And especially since they got rid of the berm on the bottom, there's not going to be a lot of headaches with people clipping their left front down on the berm and pushing back up onto the track and causing a lot of accidents. So that's one less thing you have to worry about. But with how wide the turns are now, you kind of have to worry about somebody bonsaiing your left side and taking out 3 or 4 cars. I mean, it's tough to say because we really haven't tested it yet, but it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. You never know.